What's going on, everyone? It's Lee here, the rental guy. I'm at the party rental shop. You know, the party rental shop. 6 years ago, we started from the garage of my house. We've worked our way up. We're in a warehouse now. Here's the vlog. Let's get into it. We've been pre-prepping stuff. It's Friday. We've done majority of our customer pickups, and they're already prepping orders for Monday. It's grad season right now. So inside grad season, you know, it's a lot more weekday stuff. So every day there's always pickups and stuff like that. Next week's another busy grad week. Lots of yard games, lots of stuff like that. There's supposed to be rain this weekend, so pop-up tents are going out like crazy. And yeah, so we've got one more week of grad, and then we start switching into wedding stuff, and we're seeing things like orders for arches pop up, more linen orders, you know, wedding centric stuff. So I did a thing. We like to pre-pack orders, right? And we like to have vehicles to pick things up. But you can't pre-pack vehicles if you run out of vehicles. So I got this, a little 5x10 trailer. I needed something enclosed because I've got that open one, but then you have to unload it all the time. But I could pack orders 3-4 days in advance with this guy, and this one's small enough that it's gonna fit on the minivan. That was the most important thing. So now we've got an open trailer that fits on the minivan that can take the skid steer onto tent installs with us if we have multiple people coming. But this one will hook up to the van. It'll hook up to this. Now we can pack multiple gigs at once. You know, we can pack stuff in this trailer. We can pack stuff in the gray trailer. We can pack stuff in the big trailer. So we've got 3 different trailer options, the box truck, the minivan, the truck, and then that'll keep us functioning through the week, hopefully. So I'm pretty pumped about this. It's just a simple 5x10 trailer here. It's got 3,500 pound axles, I believe. 5 feet this way, 10 feet this way, and barn doors. You know, I do like the ramps going down, but I mean, get what you get. Cost me $32.75. This week we did a few 20x20 tents, and we did our first pole tent of the year. We did a 40x100 pole tent. I got the chance to test out the Steakenator jackhammer from Special Event Sales and pin it against the Cobra. This is it. Check it out. Now, the Cobra is like a $6,000-$7,000 jackhammer, whereas the Steakenator is like a, you know, $1,000, $1,200, something like that dollar jackhammer. So, I mean, you'd expect it monetarily wise to be 6 times worse. Let's see how we fare. Nice hat. Let's see the logo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'll be documenting the Steakenator through tent installs during the summer. We'll see how it goes. It's holding up great. Yeah, it's a little bit slower than the Cobra, but one person can handle it easy. I know this from experience, and we'll continue to document it. Check out the Steakenator, link in the description from Special Event Sales. Good work. Nice hat.
Let's go.
So lots of things that weren't moving are moving this year. I can't explain it. Griddles, before griddles would sit, griddles are moving every weekend, just like barbecues. We own one of each, a griddle and a barbecue, and we have the priciest barbecues in our whole city, so it's not a price thing. We didn't lower our price for this. Patio heaters, at this time of year, it's a little bit too warm out for people to have patio heaters, but we've been seeing lots of them go out this year. Last year, I had maybe one or none go out. I can't even remember. I had maybe one go out last year. So lots of patio heaters this year, and that means lots of propane. We make lots of money off propane. We charge lots of money. We go fill it up. If they don't use it all, well, then we don't have to pay as much to fill it for the next rental, which is awesome. Those smoky wine glasses, they were hot last year, hey? But this... Not one rental for the smoky wine glasses yet this year. Hey, no one's renting coupes so far this year, champagne coupes.
No.
And no one's renting mason jars. Last year, mason jars were big.
Just wine glasses, water goblets, champagne flutes. That's it.
Yeah, that's all that's going. We've had some rainy, windy weekends. So last weekend, all the pop-up tents were out, and probably only half of them were actually even used because it was so windy out that people couldn't set them up. But that's not our problem if they're not using them. I mean, someone else will rent them from a different location that's not windy, so we can't refund people. If people do ask for, a refund or a cancellation, I mean, we try to be nice to them. If they don't want to take the rental, then we can give them credit, blah, blah, blah. But lots of pop-up tents are moving. This weekend, pop-up tents, it's supposed to rain, so on top of what we already ordered, all of our 10x20s are out, and people were adding 10x10 pop-ups like crazy to their orders. So now this pole tent that we did made me realize a few things. Since I added bouncers and we've been adding a lot of little things, things are really just moving hardcore, and we have a lot of pickup items that we're not going to try to compete with pole tents anymore. So we've raised our prices higher than our competitors, and out of town, we are not traveling farther than an hour and a half anymore. This past week, we traveled 3 hours away, and it's just too hard. I mean, to have a group of guys, travel 3 hours, then install the tent for, we were there for like 7 hours. And then 3 hour drive home. It ended up being a very long day, and, it's just too far away. It's funny to finally figure out your place and what moves. If a big trade show's in town, you'll start seeing your TVs going and moving. Grad season, stanchions. This week, for some reason, we don't have lots of stanchions out. The week before, we had tons of stanchions out. Next week, we've got lots of stanchions out. Lots of speakers out. So for grad events, there's speakers, but also wedding season's coming up in a few weeks. So we're going to see those speakers moving more for ceremony audio packages. What does a lived-in shop look like? Well, you kind of see the orders. People are starting to prep for next week. So we're always trying to stay a week ahead. And we look a few weeks ahead to make sure we're short on anything, and then we bring products in. You can see, they've got the glass station halfway through there. So we wash the glasses and then we polish them on the machine there. So this place is fairly lived in. These stairs make appearances all over the place in here. These guys, when they can't get the stacker in, they love the stairs. Breakage, lots of breakage every week. We charge 10% RPP, that's like our insurance. And, cotton candy machine broke last week. Always something breaking. So, if you're not charging RPP, get on it, because it's, it makes so that you don't have to fight with people when something breaks, right? It's just, okay, you take care of it because, what you charge on all your orders covers it. So we started using our dust gun to remove dust from the chairs, and it seems to work well. So, dust gun for electronics. Now for chairs. Wow, that is way quicker. Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
I mean, it's not... No, it's good.
Yeah, no,
It's good.
I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. I put wider mirrors here on the box truck. Okay, backup camera for the win. So, I originally, when I bought this box truck, I bought a backup camera for it, but I never got it installed, and it ended up in the garbage. And so I got this one here, and it is just battery operated. It's solar powered on the back, and then this one is, you just recharge this unit, you can take it off, you know, put it right back on there, sticks on there. It's a backup camera. So, it's got a license plate thing here with, you know, a camera, and then it's just a solar powered panel right there. So backing up's gonna be easier for the guys now. I'm pretty pumped about this. So it was $200 from Canadian Tire. It was the Type S solar powered HD Quick Connect wireless backup cam from Canadian Tire. So it's Sunday, and I have the busiest week coming up yet that we've had so far. So in order to get organized, I have to basically write out every single thing that I do, and then I organize it into sheets. So this is the sheet all in order. I wish that I would have had everything lined up a little better with AI this year. If I would have my scheduling software integrated with Booqable, well, like all the stuff integrated together, I probably wouldn't have had to spend, you know, a good 2-3 hours here just organizing this week. It probably would have been able to do it for me, but that's a wish that I have for next year. Luckily, it can make it all into nice PDF sheets for me. So, anyways, I always color code things, so this is going to be what's sitting downstairs for the guys. This is my main sheet for the week, so it'll be the full layout that I can follow. I've got a PDF of it. It just shows what we do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, and timelines, right? And then it's breaking down a little bit more complexly. So you can see Monday, June 16th, we've got Lee and Tyrell. So me and Tyrell, we have to install a tent. Very first thing, we've already got that loaded into the gray trailer. And then after that, we instantly go drive out to Martin's Lake to take down another 20x20 in that vehicle that's now empty. And then we go back to the shop to explain how to load the pole tent that we're doing the next day. While we're doing that, there's Aiden, Tyler, and Isaac back at the shop. They're gonna send return emails. They're gonna do the warehouse duties, right? You can see for that day from Monday, we've got our delivery in yellow, so we know what we need to deliver. It shows that there, and it's Lee and Terrell. We leave at 9 a.m. and then it shows our pickup there. Our pickups are in blue. So basically orange, yellow, and blue. So the orange will tell us the overview, and then we follow the sheets inside. We have the yellow for deliveries and the blues for pickups. And that's the whole week. We just... Umbrella.
Oh, thank you.
Last one it was. Oh, I'm stepping on the cord now. Last one. Well, there was bigger ones, but... Hey guys. How's everything going?
It's going good.
Going good?
We got 2 people. We're supposed to pick up a certain amount, but then they
Chain?
changed, so
Gotcha.
that was, so we got that all sorted out.
Okay.
Yeah, now just
Did you guys find the balls? The archery?
yeah.
Okay. Did you have to go into the parachute to get them?
Ask Tyler.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You had to dig into the parachute kit to find balls?
Yeah, there was just so many random totes.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. Today is a video of little things that matter to me as a rental company owner. I'm gonna start with the first one is I hurt myself on a tent install a few years ago, actually 2023, with concrete weights, trying to move them around. And I started using Dr. Hose. and it's like electro massage, and it helps. How do you like my new shades? Sometimes I'm driving at night and it's hard to see. All right, come on to one of my 20 by 20s this week, the one that me and Terrell did. That it's not dirty. This is what happened last time. It's not too bad. Okay, ready? Grab that side. Let's turn around this way.
Yeah.
It's surface dust. So we're gonna go like this. Shoes off and just like this, right?
Right. Around.
Yeah. And then just watch that we don't go too hard on the, just very simply like this. So this guy here has a tent rental company in our area, kind of, and he ran out, and so he needed to sub-rent a pole tent from us, so we sub-rented it. And when he came and dropped off, he showed me his stake puller. So this is his stake puller. I've never seen something like this before.
I want to take some pictures of
Well,
that,
just,
or have a feel. You can turn it over.
oh yeah.
You know when you got to get a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Turn it over this way.
Interesting.
You know, I got a new one, but this is old farmer made, and it works the best.
Huh. Do you want to see ours? It's right here. So like, just kind
You
of
have a machine?
rolls up, yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then it just boom. But it's heavy.
Okay.
It's heavy. It's hard to.
Yeah, that worked excellent.
Yeah, it works. It works good, but it's heavy to even maneuver around the stakes. So we've got many arcades going out. It's grad season, so arcades are moving things like concession. You know, they move all summer. We're seeing the linens. We started ordering 60 by 126 linens. They're cheap. We can bring them cheap to the customers. And so there's a lot of those coming up for wedding orders. Marquee grad letters are moving. You know, graduation stuff. Anyways, I'm done for the day. I'm heading home. I'll edit this video, and then we'll do it all again another week. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. And if you do, well, if you're new here, press subscribe. If you've been here all along and you like this stuff, press that like button. It really shows me that you like it. And yeah, because I make this for you, not just for me. Oh, check all the vehicles. These guys are pretty good this year for having things locked. So, van is locked. Van is empty. Box truck has 2 orders. An order for Monday for a delivery, an order for Tuesday for a delivery. It's locked. backup camera. Trailers, they weren't in the trailers today, just bought the new trailer, and this guy will be using this to pick up our pole tent next week, and then we'll be picking up our tent orders on Monday, and we'll be picking up our tent order on Monday in this gray guy right there, that gray trailer. And I'm heading home. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked this video. We'll see you again. You stay classy. Do you want one more tent? I'll give you one more tent this week, and then we'll go. Here's the last leg. And then we'll grab a tent box and a tent top. We're good on poles. Okay. So, corner piece. So you pull it up, so come on the outside, and then pull it up, and then it'll reach. Exactly. Now it's square. And then these guys are the wall wires, right? Yep. Then run it all the way. These are yellow, so they're 20 foot. If they were brown, they'd be 15 foot. And 15 foot we only need on the 20 by 30 tents. This is a 20 by 20. This box here are drop cloths. Yeah. So we'll just spread the drop cloth. We'll use 2. So yeah, we have some blue ones and some double colored ones. If they're double colored, we like to go brown is down and green is clean, so that we're not always putting, you know, one side on the ground. So this, just so we're not getting the underside of the tent dirty. So now we've got our tent top here, and we want to start in the middle of any corner, right? Because that's how we roll them up. So we'll take it here, and we're gonna dump it right there. So right here is good, right on here, and so it'll dump out like this. 1, 2, 3. Pull, and then we can see that's the end there. So we want the end so that it unrolls like a mat, right? Yeah. Right in the center, right there, right? And then this is the X. Watch that you don't trip over the cord underneath, hey? And then you're on this side, I'll be on this side, and we'll just unfold. And then untuck this, just so it's like this, right? And put it around. So remember, this is the part here. Okay. Not the handle, but this part goes around there. And then this here, we've got these connectors here. So we see mud there. We don't want mud near the tent top. So under the sidewall wire, right? Not over it, like underneath it, and through. Let's pull this side over. So we'll grab our handle. Got our handle there. It's down, back down. Yeah, exactly. Then we'll pull that over. And so you're, yeah, you can try on your own. So watch out, we don't want this to get caught in there. Exactly. So, oh, don't hurt your back. Try this. Hold this here, and then just step. like that. And we've got some of these to connect now, hey? Okay, let's pull up this corner.
Okay.
And so, if you pull up the corner, and I'll put this in. If it was one person, then we could do it with the tent tool, right? And it would sit. Like, if it was one person, then you could have it like holding on to this while you push the tent pole in. We're gonna kind of get this out of the way, and let's go over to this one, and we'll push this one up. So another way is you can push up from right here, right?
Yeah.
And so now you can clip the pole in there. Perfect. Let's put the clips in.
Okay.
If we're windy, we probably should have clipped that one first.
Yeah.
Here's a clip for you. Clip for me. Clip. I'll remove these drop cloths. Now you remember how to do these poles? Okay, so we're gonna go, I'll let you grab this here, and you're gonna wanna come inside, and see how this one's on the top?
Yeah.
We want the ass of it to be there.
Okay.
So you can come around this way.
Right.
Yeah, and get the pole flipped around. So you wanna come in from the bottom
Yeah.
this way. And I'll be aiming the top. And so I'm gonna guide the top and tell you when it's in. And I'm gonna say, it's in. You can place the bottom. Yeah. And then I come around here and I push up on the pole while you guide it in.
Okay.
So push hard as you can. And now we can pull. And then once we're right there, we can just turn this just a little bit. And then a little bit of weight. Then we clip it. So here's a clip. Let's see if that one fits. Just right through here. Too fat. Excellent. Perfect. So now you grab a leg pole. I'll grab one of these. And we want to lift. And then, so we probably want this untucked so that we can reach it. And I mean, essentially I could push down from here. You clip that one in. And then just turn it just a bit. There we go, so that the clips can... Yeah, we're just going right now.
Ah.
What are you guys doing?
I'm trying to organize these phones.
Oh, fun. Oh, okay, good talk.
I do have to take her to go pick up her rental.
Well, what else is new? If you're patching tents, H66 picked up some of this. It works patching tents. Tent glue. So I've kind of mentioned this before, but showing up you know, an hour or two before everyone else and printing off sheets, making sure that you have a task list for your guys to do before their regular tasks or to sprinkle in is very important. Screw it, I'll give you one more 20 by 20 tent. I seem to document these tent installs a little bit different every time anyways. Just gassing up. I picked up multiple tent installs this week. I shouldn't say multiple, but like a pickup order for a 40 by 100 tent, which was cool because we don't have to do the setup. And then we picked up a 20 by 20 tent, which I'm just gonna go set up right now while the guys are prepping at the shop as we speak. So, second time I whipped out the Steakenator at an event for a little 20 by 20 marquee tent. I'm about an hour away right now, so I had to make sure to get the corners down too. So I drove in some 42-inch stakes, 1 inch long, as well as these little guys, these 3/4 inch, 36-inch long stakes, and they went in like butter. The stake, the jackhammer, it says that you have to warm it up first 10 hours worth of use. You want to do it on low. And so I have it on low and I've been banging the stakes in and it's been doing it great, just slightly pushing the button. So this tent setup was weird. You'll notice quickly in the time lapse there how the dogs are fighting in front of me, and like one dog bit the other dog so hard he was like bleeding, and the owner was trying to like get them with a broom, and then all of a sudden the hurt dog was outside and the other one was inside and he was like trying to wipe his blood all over the tent. It was super weird. So I need to put a rule about dogs somewhere in there. I can't believe I haven't done that yet. I thought, you know, people would just know. Apparently not. And, you know, we're so good about trying to make sure everything's clean. I, you know, missed 2 tents this week. 2 tents. I missed 2 tents where, you know, I opened them up on location and it was dirty and I had to wipe them down. So shame on me. But that made me think of a system, how I'm actually going to mark them as clean. So you know how the tents come in the tent bags? Well, instead of just having the tent patch, I'm gonna have what marks the tent. You know, a 20 by 20 says 20 by 20 on it. Well, it'll say 20 by 20 clean and 20 by 20 dirty, and we'll flip it around the dirty way if it's dirty. If it's clean, we'll keep it around the clean way.